welcome back to botany class. So in this video we are going to start new chapter, molecular basis of inheritance. Here we are going to discuss how the molecule it's changing from one form to another form within the cells. Like we know that in cell contain there are different type of chemical substances. So you can categorize the chemical substance into organic and inorganic. So inorganic, there are many inorganic compounds are there, but organic compounds are more abundant than the inorganic one, right? But the main organic compound, like you can say carbohydrate, protein, lipids and nucleic acids. But out of this, the nucleic acids are considered as a basis for our living organism. So this nucleic acid only contain necessary information for synthesis of other type of molecule, right? So here we are going to discuss how the nucleic acids are transformed from one form to another form and how we are getting. That comes under molecular basis. That's why we are saying that molecular basis of inheritance we are saying that, right? So in living organism, there are two types of nucleic acids are present. One is you can say DNA, another one you can say RNA. So DNA nothing but deoxyribonucleic acid and RNA is ribonucleic acid, right? So DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid, RNA is ribonucleic acid. So DNA, mostly the genetic material, nearly all organisms. So in all living organism, the genetic material is DNA. DNA acts as a genetic material. But some viruses, they are having RNA as a genetic material. But this both molecule present in all organism. But in most of the living organism, the DNA will act as a genetic material. And only some viruses, the RNA as a genetic material. So RNA is a, but even though in our cell, in most of the living, they are having DNA as a genetic and also contain RNA also. What is the function of this RNA? RNA function as a messenger molecule which carry genetic information from DNA to protein. So messenger and also adapter for during protein synthesis, the particular molecule which pick the amino acid from cytoplasm and the transport and deliver to the site of protein synthesis. So that we can say RNA act as a adapter and also which act as a structural and catalytic molecule. So you see DNA only, the main function of DNA is only genetic material, right? Genetic material. But RNA has three important functions. Like it acts as a messenger. Messenger meaning is which transfer or which act as an intermediate between DNA and protein, which transfer the whatever information present in DNA and into the protein. That's why we are saying that messenger. And also which act as an adapter molecule. So why we are saying that adapter now? So during protein synthesis, the site of protein synthesis is rough endoplasmic reticulum. But during synthesis, it uses single amino acid. The amino acids are present in only cytoplasm. This molecule which pick the amino acid and deliver the amino acid to the site of protein synthesis. That's why we are saying that adapter. And also, sometimes the RNA acts as a structural as well as catalytic molecule. So, because these are part of ribosome and also the protein synthesis is catalyzed by the different type of rRNA. That's why we are saying that it is a structural molecules also, right? Structural as well as catalytic molecule also, right? But in this chapter, what we are going to discuss now, so here we are going to start with DNA. So we are going to study structure of DNA and RNA, right? RNA. And then we are going to see the process and its replication process, how the DNA is replicated within the cell. Because cell they want to divide, they want to duplicate the DNA. Why they want to duplicate means they want to distribute the amount of DNA equally to the daughter cells. So just we are going to discuss the replication process And then we are going to discuss the process of making RNA from DNA, that is called transcription. And next we are going to see the process of protein synthesis, nothing but translation. And also we are going to see the genetic code. Genetic code is nothing but that determine the sequence of amino acid in protein. And finally we are going to see the elementary basis of the gene expression and the regulation. So up to this we are going to discuss. So these are the content we are going to discuss under this chapter, molecular basis of inheritance, right? Now we will start with the DNA, DNA and its structure we will start, right? So DNA it's a very long polymer. We can say DNA molecule is, in simple term we are saying that deoxyribonucleic acid. So it is a polymer, it is a long polymer of, deoxyribonucleotides. Deoxyribonucleotides. It is a long polymer of deoxyribonucleotide. But this DNA molecule it is a negative charged. So it's a negative charged, and also it is an acidic substance. And also you can say acidic substance. And this DNA first identified by Friedrich Mischer, the scientist who first studied and identified this DNA. Friedrich Mischer, from where he studied from pus forming cells. Pus cells he studied. This first identified this acidic substance, and this Friedrich Mischer he called as nuclein. First he called as a nuclein. And later on, the nuclein is renamed as nucleic acid. Nucleic acid by the scientist name is called Altman. Altman he renamed the nuclein as a nucleic acid. But DNA, so different organisms they are having different type of DNA. DNA may be either single stranded or maybe double stranded. It may be linear or may be circular. And how we can measure the DNA size? What unit we are using? We can use either bases or base pairs. The unit what we are using to measure the size of DNA, you can say bases or base pair, right? And before going into the structure of DNA, we will see some example. The example for some organism with their DNA, right? First you can see. First organism is theta 17 bacteriophage. So it depends on, because some organisms they are having single stranded DNA, some organisms they are having double stranded DNA, some they are having linear form, some they are having circular form. We will see few examples the organism, what kind of genetic material they are having, what is the nature of genetic material, whether it's double stranded or single stranded, etc. Right? Here it has 17 bacteriophage. So this particular bacteriophage is nothing but it's a virus that infect the bacteria. We are calling as bacteriophage. And this particular organism having single stranded DNA as a genetic material. It's a DNA virus. But the shape of the DNA molecule it's a circular one. So it's a circular single stranded DNA. And the size of this DNA is 5386 bases. 5386 bases. Because it's single stranded now. What unit we are using to measure the size of DNA? If it is single stranded, you can use the term bases. If it is double stranded, you can use the term base pair. Base pair abbreviated form is BP, right? It's here only small b only. But this DNA is single stranded one, right? So that So how many number of bases are, what is the size of the DNA found in 17 bacteriophage? It is a 5386 base pair. 5386 base pair. Next, lambda phage. Lambda phage. You put lambda symbol, no? This lambda phage contain double stranded DNA. So double stranded, and it's a linear. So linear, and it's a double stranded DNA, and it's a linear one. The size of DNA is 48502 base pair. It's not bases because it's a double stranded one. So that you can use the unit base pair, right? And you take example another organism. So E. coli. So E. coli contain the type of DNA here is, it's a double stranded DNA, and also it is a circular DNA. Double stranded and circular, and the size of DNA is 4.6 into 10 to the power 6 base pair. 4.6 and 10 to the power 6 into 6 base pair. And next one is human genome. Human genome. The haploid set of human genome contain. So it's our DNA is a double stranded one, and also it's a linear. So linear, but a haploid set is, the haploid set of human genome is, here we are, because we are having two sets of DNA. So we have two sets of chromosome. The haploid set is, so 3.3 into 10 to the power 6 base pair. This is a haploid set. Not diploid. Diploid means 6.6, but a haploid set of genome is 3.3 into 10 to the power 6. So 3.3 into 10 to the power 6 base pair. Okay. So these are the, so you see the some organism. So these all organisms, they are having the DNA as a genetic material. Only some viruses alone they are having RNA. DNA either may be double stranded or may be single stranded. Either it may be linear molecule or may be circular molecule, right? But RNA only single stranded one. There is no double stranded RNA. And RNA, all RNAs are mostly either they are linear form only. Okay, there is no circular form of RNA, right? I hope that you understood this. Actually, you can be thorough in this data. This is NCERT data. Based on that, they will give, they will ask questions, right? The size of genome, bacteriophage is 17, 5386. But lambdaphage is 48502 base pair. E. coli genome is 4.6 10 to the power 6 base pair. But human genome, here we are accounting only haploid set alone. Diploid means 6.6 will come. Haploid is 3.3 into 10 to the power 6 base pair, right? So next we will discuss about structure of DNA molecule, right? The DNA is either it may be single stranded or double stranded. And how I can define this DNA? It's a long polymer, it's a deoxyribonucleotide. Or simple term you can say it's a chain of, it is a polynucleotide chain, you can call it as DNA molecule, right? DNA molecule. The basic, the monomer, so or the basic unit DNA, you can call it as nucleotide. So nucleotide. So because like this, the many nucleotide will join here. So like nucleotide 1 and a nucleotide 2 and nucleotide 3 and nucleotide 4, like that will join. Finally, we will get one polynucleotide chain. The polynucleotide chain, you can call it as DNA. So the basic unit of, for whatever may be single stranded, double stranded, the basic unit is nucleotide. Nucleotide, and each nucleotide. So this, if you take nucleotide, this each nucleotide has 3 components. If you take one single nucleotide, so the single nucleotide has 3 components. One is a nitrogen base, So nitrogen base, and second one is pentose sugar. So next we have, it's contain one pentose sugar. So pentose sugar is the 5 carbon sugar, pentose sugar, and third one is phosphate group. Phosphate group. You see here the nitrogen base. Nitrogen base, actually if you take one nucleotide, the nucleotide contains 3 components, or which made up of 3 components. What are the components now? One nitrogen base is there, and one pentose sugar, 5 carbon sugar is present, and one phosphate group. This is common for both nucleotide present in DNA and RNA molecule. So why this have the, I already told DNA is an acidic molecule, and DNA RNA we are calling as nucleic acid. Why we are calling nucleic acid now? The nitrogen base, name itself given, which give it's acidic, it's an alkaline compound, right? It's a basic one. This compound is basic. So basic. This one is acidic. Sorry, pentose sugar is acidic, and phosphate group also acidic. But these compounds are, because DNA, the nucleotide basic units which is rich in acidic molecule. So 2 acidic, 1 basic. So that's why that compound we are saying that nucleic acid, right? Nucleic acid. We will see one by one. So what are the compounds are there, right? So nitrogen base. What is that nitrogen base? Na? A substance, a compound which are rich in nitrogen atoms. Which are rich in nitrogen atoms. It give so basic pH or alkaline pH. So alkaline pH. Alkaline pH. So that compound we are saying that nitrogen base. Nitrogen base generally these are, it's a heterocyclic compound. Nitrogen bases are, you can say, heterocyclic compound. Heterocyclic compound. Heterocyclic is nothing but that structure contain like either 6-membered or 5-membered compound. So that compound you can call it as heterocyclic rings. So nitrogen bases, there are 2 types of nitrogen bases are there. One is purines, and next one is pyrimidines. Purines are there and pyrimides. There are 2 types of nitrogen bases, purines and pyrimidines. And purines are they are heterocyclic compound. Both are heterocyclic compounds only. And this one having 9-member double ring. 9-member double ring structure. Double ring structure. First we will discuss about only nitrogen base. These are, it's a 9-member double ring structure. Double ring structure with nitrogen. But these are 6-member single ring structure. With nitrogen. Here 2 rings will be there, and here having only 1 ring. Only 1 ring with nitrogen. The 2 rings, how it look now? 1 6-member ring, benzene ring, and 1 5-member ring. Like 2 rings are there. But pyrimidine bases are only 1 rings are there. Only 1 ring. But these 2 rings, how they will join? They will join like this, right? One 6-member ring and 1 5-member rings are present. Like 2 rings are there, right? I will write it in big size. Purine bases, right? On all, so 1 6-member ring, right? Only 1 heterocyclic 6-member ring. But these purine bases contain 4 nitrogen atom at rings. But this one contain only 2 nitrogen atom at in rings. 2 nitrogen atom at rings. But here where the nitrogen atoms are present, at position number 1. Here you can say the position number is, here is 1, and here 1, position number 3, and position number 7, and position number 9. So like 4 nitrogen atoms are present at position number 1, 3, 7 and 9. So in 4 places it contains 4 nitrogen atoms. But purine bases contain only 2 nitrogen atoms. Where the 2 nitrogen atoms are present at position number 1 and position number 3. Actually here position number 1 is there, first position, here position number is 3. Actually this is the first position, second, 7th, 9th. Here first position, here third position at position number 1 and 3. So like 2 nitrogen atoms are present. You see purine nitrogen bases, they are heterocyclic compound which are rich in nitrogen atom. So that because presence of more nitrogen which give basic pH, alkaline pH. Nitrogen bases, there are 2 types are there, purine and pyrimidine. So purines are, they are heterocyclic with 9-membered double ring structure which contain nitrogen. And the pyrimidines are 6-membered single ring structure with nitrogen. Now how many nitrogen atoms are present? In all purine bases there are 4 nitrogens are present in ring, and pyrimidine bases 2 nitrogen. 4 nitrogens are present at position number 1, 3, 7 and 9. Here position number 1 and 3 allow the 2 nitrogen atoms are present. And the example for this purine bases are 2 types. Further, there are 2 types of purine bases are there. So purine bases, 2 types. One is adenine and next one is guanine. So purine bases, guanine, and pyrimidine bases are 3 types: cytosine, thymine and uracil. There are 3 types of purine bases are there. So pyrimidine bases. Purine bases are 2 types, adenine and guanine, and pyrimidine bases are 3 types, cytosine, thymine and uracil, right? So this is the first compound of nucleotide. It's a nitrogen base, right? Next we will see the pentose sugar. Pentose sugar is nothing but 5 carbon sugar we are calling as pentose sugar, right? 5 carbon sugar we are calling as pentose sugar. And next second compound of nucleotide is pentose sugar. So pentose sugar na 5 carbon, C5H10O5. But there are many pentose sugars are there. The type of sugar present in DNA molecule is it's a deoxyribose. Deoxyribose. It's a 5 carbon sugar, deoxyribose. The molecular formula of deoxyribose is C5H10O4. This is a 5 carbon sugar. The type of sugar which present in RNA molecules or RNA nucleotide is ribose sugar. So ribose sugar. Formula is C5H10O5. Ribose sugar is O5. Okay. Here we can see, we will see the difference between deoxy and ribose sugar. Deoxy and ribose sugar. First I will write ribose sugar. It's a 5 carbon sugar. The structure of ribose is look like this. Here OH, here H. This is a carbon 1. Here OH, here H, here OH, here H, here H, here CH2OH. You see how many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, here 5th carbon, right? So this sugar is ribose sugar. Deoxyribose is OH, H, 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 OH, H, H, CH2OH. So this sugar is deoxyribose. This is a ribose sugar. This one is deoxyribose. You see the difference between deoxy and ribose is Ribose in second carbon it contain hydroxyl group, OH group is there, but here only H group is there, one oxygen is less. So the second position which lack one oxygen, so that this sugar also called as 2-deoxyribose. So the type of pentose sugar present in nucleotide of DNA is 2-deoxyribose. The type of pentose sugar found in nucleotide of RNA is ribose sugar. The difference between ribose and deoxyribose is ribose contains second carbon contain OH group, but deoxy instead of OH it contains only hydrogen. One oxygen atom is less. That is the main difference between ribose and deoxyribose, right? And third compound of the nucleotide is phosphate group, right? So the third compound is phosphate group. Phosphate. Actually, for formation of nucleotide, the phosphate donor here is phosphoric acid. The molecular formula is H3PO4. So we will see the structure of phosphoric acid. P double bond O, OH, here also OH and OH. This is the structure of phosphoric acid. For during polymerization, formation of nucleotide or synthesis of DNA and RNA molecule, the phosphate donor is here orthophosphoric acid H3PO4. The structure of phosphoric acid is this one. Okay, H3PO4, right? So nucleotides are the basic unit of DNA and RNA molecule. The type of nucleotide found in DNA, you can call it as deoxyribonucleotide. But nucleotide found in RNA, you can say it ribonucleotide, right? We will see the structure. So each nucleotide has three components. One nitrogen base, either purine or pyrimidine, and one pentose sugar, and one phosphate group. Okay, we will see the structure, how the nucleotide will look. Here I am written, so ribose sugar structure I have taken here, right? So this is a ribose sugar, carbon 1 and carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, carbon 5. These also same one. Okay. Now you see, first here I taken the nitrogen base. The purine base first we will take, purine base. So this is a purine base, right? So nitrogen atoms are present at position number 1 and 3 and 7 and 9. Okay. So how the nitrogen base will join with this ribose sugars now? And here I am taking one pyrimidine base. So pyrimidine base, they are having only 6 member ring, right? So this is a position 1 and 3 and 9. So this is a first nitrogen. Sorry, this is a first one, this is a third one, right? First nitrogen and third nitrogen. Okay, see here how it will join now. This OH group present in first carbon of sugar join with the nitrogen atom of the 9th nitrogen atom of the purine base, nitrogen base, right? You see this OH is liberated as water. Water is here liberated, so that here it will join. So like this it will join. Join with the, through bond it will join. If it is purine is okay. Pyrimidine meaning is, see here first carbon, this is a first nitrogen, right? Position 1 nitrogen. This OH liberated as water, right? So liberated as water, so that it will join like this. So join like this. You keep it in mind, but both here nitrogen only. But here bonding is between first carbon of sugar to the 9th nitrogen atom of purine. But here is not like that. First carbon of sugar to the first nitrogen of pyrimidine bases. This bond, what is this bond? Here you see the bond is between first carbon of sugar plus first nitrogen of pyrimidine bases. But here bonding is first carbon of sugar plus 9th nitrogen of purine, whatever may be. So the nature of bond here, this bond which joins, okay, see, the carbon of sugar joined with nitrogen of nitrogen base. So that this bond name is called, you can call it as N-acetyl glycosidic bond. N-acetyl glycosidic bond. The bond which in nucleotide, the bond which join the sugar with the nitrogen base, either purine or pyrimidine, whatever may be, the bond name is called N-acetyl glycosidic bond, right? So this bond also N-acetyl glycosidic, this bond also N-acetyl glycosidic bond, okay? Now you can see here, in nucleotide, 3 structures are found. But here only 2 structures are there. What are the structures are there? Now you can see here, what are the structures are there? One ribose sugar is there. Ribose sugar plus one nitrogen base is there. Nitrogen base. So this structure you can call it as nucleoside. This structure name is called nucleoside. In RNA there are 4 type of nucleosides are there. DNA there are 4 type of nucleoside. This is a ribose sugar I given. If I remove this one, this sugar is so deoxyribose. Same for DNA, RNA, only difference is the sugar is different. Okay. So you will see here this structure, we are finding this structure has only 2 components, one sugar, pentose sugar plus one nitrogen base. So that the ribose sugar plus nitrogen base or deoxyribose plus nitrogen base together you can call it as, suppose the ribose sugar nitrogen base is nucleoside. If it is deoxyribose, the sugar is deoxyribose plus nitrogen base is there. This sugar we can call it as deoxynucleoside. Deoxynucleoside. Right? We will see here there are 4 type of nucleosides are there. So ribose plus adenine. Adenine join adenosine. So ribose plus guanine. The nucleoside name is called guanosine. So ribose plus cytosine. The nucleoside name is called cytidine. Ribose plus uracil, because thymine is not found in the RNA. So there is no thymidine nucleoside. Only deoxynucleoside is there. So uridine. Right? Similarly, for if it is deoxyribose, you see right here deoxyribose plus adenine. We can say deoxyadenosine and deoxyribose plus guanine. You can write like if the nucleoside name is called deoxyguanosine and deoxyribose plus the deoxycytidine and deoxyribose plus thymine, because uracil is not found in DNA. Deoxythymidine. Right? Are you clear with this? We'll remove this one structure. This is a type of nucleoside found in DNA and RNA, right? So nucleoside, so if the type of only 2 compound is there, we can say nucleoside, right? So next one, the nucleoside plus phosphate group, you can say nucleotide. So nucleotide. So deoxynucleoside plus phosphate together you can say deoxynucleotide, the type of nucleotide found in DNA. So RNA nucleoside plus phosphate, okay. And already the phosphate donor is phosphoric acid, right? POH here OH, here OH, double bond O. Now you see. So this phosphoric acid here you can see here fifth carbon contains CH2OH, right? And this H and this OH, so liberated as H2O. So liberated as H2O. So now this CH2 is joined here. So now here CH2 and O and phosphate, right? Phosphate is joined here. Now you see the bond formation is fifth carbon of nucleoside to the phosphate group, OH group of the phosphate group. So this bond name is called, you can say, phosphoester bond. Phosphoester bond. Don't say it's a diester. Diester is different. I will explain. This bond name is called because bond is between phosphate group and nucleoside or sugar of nucleoside. So this bond is phosphoester bond. Okay, phosphoester bond. Now you can see here in this compound, this structure, there are three components are there. One nitrogen base is there, one sugar is there, one phosphate is there. This structure you can call it as nucleotide. If it is here the sugar is deoxy, so that the nucleotide you can say deoxynucleotide. The sugar is ribose, you can say ribonucleotide. Like similarly here also, there are four type of nucleotides found in DNA, RNA. I can say adenosine plus phosphate. Here also phosphate, because adenosine is a nucleoside, guanosine is nucleoside, plus phosphate, or you can say ribose, adenine plus phosphate. Similarly here also phosphate, and phosphate. The nucleotide name is called adenosine plus phosphate, adenosine monophosphate. Only single phosphate is there. So AMP. This one is GMP. This one is CMP. Cytidine monophosphate, right? And UMP. Here also deoxy AMP, deoxy GMP, deoxy CMP, deoxy TMP, right? Deoxy TMP. Deoxy adenosine monophosphate, right? This is only single phosphate is there. That's why we are saying that it's a monophosphate form. Actually here, if it is phosphate ion, okay, here it's a O minus like this will be there. Then you can say monophosphate. So because PO4, no. Suppose if it is present in acid form, like OH, now, you can use adenyllic acid, guanylate acid, cytilic acid, urodylic acid, like deoxyadenylate. Keep it in mind. Here I am putting OH. It's a phosphoric acid is attached. So that when we are writing adenosine nucleoside plus phosphoric acid, you can say adenyllic acid, guanylic acid, cytilic. But if it is ion form, O minus, then you can say adenosine monophosphate, guanosine. Depends on sugar. If it is ribose, you can say it's a ribonucleotide. If it is deoxyribose, you can say deoxyribonucleotide. So keep it in mind. Here there are two types of bonds are there. Bond with joint nitrogen based sugar, you can call it as N-acetyl bond. The bond joined with nucleoside or sugar of nucleoside with phosphate is phosphoester bond, right? And when we will say the phosphoester bond, this is a monophosphate form, right? So in this phosphate, if another one phosphate is joined here, like you see another one phosphate I am adding, POH. Here you can write O, OH, double bond O. Here you can see another one phosphate. This OH and H removed as water. So that another phosphate is joined here. Now you can say this structure is adenosine monodiphosphate. So one phosphate is there, monophosphate, two phosphate joined diphosphate. Here if join another one phosphate, you can call it as triphosphate, right? So adenosine monophosphate, adenosine diphosphate, adenosine triphosphate. Depends on number of phosphate. But during synthesis, during DNA or RNA synthesis, cell uses only triphosphate form. Triphosphate form only it uses. But the type of nucleotide found in DNA RNA is monophosphate form. Always monophosphate form only found in. So you see during synthesis, because they want to polymerize nucleotide, that time the cell uses nucleotide in triphosphate form. But the type of nucleotide found in DNA RNA molecule is monophosphate, because this adenosine monophosphate hydrolyzed into 2 PPA are removed. It gives energy. With the help of this energy, they can join nucleotide. I hope that you understood the structure of the nucleotide, right?